Right, hello guys, Luton here. Now I wanted to show for you something that we've been discussing recently, which is about how to best load people's kits, how people should be carrying ammunition, and generally how people should be loading out for Zeus missions, but in general co-op missions. Now one of the issues was that quite a while back when the fatigue system, as it was then, or the weight system, essentially it made it very, very difficult to move around. Because you would maybe walk as far as this little road here and your character would be having a heart attack if you were carrying a lot of weight. Also, you would find that your gun, when you ADS'd, was just going like this whenever you wanted to stop and fire at something, which made it very, very difficult in the old system. Now that weight system was essentially turned off on the Ahoy World servers, which I play on, and what that means is that people can carry as much weight as they want to. They can carry a maximum full loadout weight, means they can fill their backpacks with as much stuff as they want to, ammo, grenades, explosives, missiles, anything you want to. They can fill it right up, and it gives them no penalty whatsoever. The issue with that, of course, is that it means that the players have a disproportionate level of firepower versus enemy. It means they don't always have to be so careful about what they're targeting, and in general gives them a huge superiority versus the AI. The other issue is that whilst the weight system itself is turned off, as I said before, your gun optics are not, which means that they're bouncing up and down all over the place. Now we've been trying to find solutions to this recently. It's been very difficult because it's quite hard to set it so that people can only carry certain pieces of kit. You can make it so that only certain vests, certain backpacks are available, but even then, the actual clothing, the gear that you carry, your assets, they can actually carry quite a lot. Just your uniform can carry a 200 round belt mag. Even then a vest can carry another 2. You can have 1 in the gun. Okay, so by the end of it, you're still ending up with like 800 to 1,000 rounds of ammunition. You can carry a serious level of ammunition. Now, I was speaking to Argante on Ahoy World today, and he was saying to me, actually, that the weight system, the fatigue system, had altered quite significantly. I was quite unaware of this. I don't know how that one slipped me by, but apparently the weight system has changed, and I decided to check it out. Now, as I say, previously you would find that if you were carrying a significant amount of weight, even moving a small distance would really encumber you and make you unable to move around, and that's why people stopped using it. It also meant that, as with the current situation on Ahoy World right now, if you move around and you're carrying a lot of weight, when you stop moving, your gun is going all over the place like this. It makes it very difficult to run and move around and aim. So here I am in the editor, and the editor does not have that. The editor has the current existing weight system on. So let's see what we've got. Now my guy right here, you can see I've chosen, this is just not a loadout I've made, this is just a standard, this is a missile assistant guy, and he's got, as you can see, about 80% weight. He's got a massive amount of weight, and that's because in his backpack he's carrying 4 Titan missiles. Okay, in his vest he's got 5 magazines, he's got a couple of grenades, IR grenades, some smokes, etc. like this. And again, in my just my fatigues, I've got a first aid kit, a couple of magazines there as well, plus I'm carrying the gun and the pistol and all the other little bits and pieces, which don't worry very much. But nonetheless, he's got about 80% weight. Now where you're going to be wanting to look is up in the top right of the corner, okay, top right of the screen, just below where it says RGO grenade. And as I move around, you see that little bar appears? See that little bar appears and fade out? Now that white bar, you want to be looking from the right to the left, so it's going to decrease from right to left, okay. So let's just move around. Now as I'm just running normally here, I'm not sprinting, and you can see that it starts to come in on that right hand side. Now watch as I go up this slope here, you should see that it starts to increase a little. There we go, there, look, see, there we go. Now that's simulating the fact that I'm running uphill with quite a bit of weight. And you should also be able to hear my guy starts getting a little fatigued. Now as you can see, the more I run, the more those disappear. This is my AI companion. He's got the Titan launcher. Now again, look, you're going up and down across different terrain. And again, look at that. See, as I go up over this little slope, it slows me down. Now what about if I sprint? Look at how I'm burning that stamina. But hey, and there we are, look, see, look, and then look, I can't sprint anymore now. I can't sprint anymore because I've burned too much energy. Now, my optics are going to be going crazy, are going to be going all over the place, right? Let's have a look. Oh, actually, not so much. Let's hold my breath. Let's go prone and bipod up. So you can see that even though I'm carrying a massive amount of weight, and even though I literally just sprinted with it, I was actually able to aim pretty accurately. Now here's another thing, when you're carrying this kind of weight, if you're moving across a quite difficult slope. Look, if I go straight up, whoa, it goes orange. But if I go kind of diagonally, I'm making that incline more gentle for myself. And so it doesn't have such a devastating effect. Now notice as well, even though I'm carrying a very significant amount of weight, I'm able to move around pretty easily. It's not slowing me down, my guy's not having a heart attack. I'm moving pretty normally. Let's come up on this rock and just stop here again. Now look, stop. My gun's pretty stable. Able to be accurate. Now again, if I was on the system, the old system, where it ignores weight, so that basically you can run as much as you like with as much weight as you have, but basically every time you stop, your optic is going crazy. And that was one of the major disadvantages with the old system. Again, look, stop here. You see it's moving up and down, but very little. And if I hold my breath, you can still be very accurate. It's not going crazy all over the place. And again, this is as I'm moving normally around. And again, bear in mind that everybody's... Now, also remember, I'm carrying a massive amount of weight here. So let's drop that weight. I'm going to drop my backpack. Notice how much my weight has dropped off. Let's just, we'll stay with the vest. This is probably about a normal, maybe, amount of weight that we want to carry without that backpack. So let's just leave my backpack behind and let's move around. Now again, notice how immediately I'm moving a little quicker, maybe, I think. Feels like I am. But notice how that stamina system is not being so affected. Look, let me go up a slope here. Now look, yeah, it is affecting it, but it's not affecting it anywhere near as much. It's not having as much impact. Let's sprint up this hill. Sprint, sprint, sprint. This is pretty full on. We're going very hard up this hill here. But notice as well, because I've got less weight on me, I'm able to sprint for longer up this tough terrain. Let's turn around, let's see how that's affected my optics. So in this short test, I think that's basically highlighted to you guys how the new fatigue system is working. And I think many co-op servers, and maybe people haven't realised, I would imagine so anyway, because it seems very few people that I speak to are aware of this. I'm sure there's going to be many people that are aware of this, but again, I was talking to many people today about this, and there's many people who seem to be totally unaware of this. And I think it's because everyone just assumed that the fatigue system had been broken for some time. But again, thanks to speaking to Argante and a couple of the other guys on Ahoy World today, they highlighted that I should go and check this out, and as you can see, it's radically different than what it used to be. So I want to make a change. I think on the EU4 server, where I do my Zeus missions, we're probably going to put the fatigue system back on. This is going to do two things. It's going to mean that people are naturally slowed, they're not going to be able to just run into the action, and it also means that people are going to be naturally restricted by the weight that they carry. So it's actually going to be a really good thing. So that, in combination with the other kit changes that I've gone with so far, should make a big difference to the way people play. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and tell me your thoughts about the fatigue system in ARMA, how it compares to the old one, and whether or not you would like to see it implemented where you play. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.